Hi, I'm Alex and I'm going to talk about the Cox Plate in a little bit more detail today. Now, I'll go through the whole list and I'll sack a few and I'll, talk a few up, but definitely, one to back in this race is Winx, of course. But I'll go through why and I'll go through all the other horses and what their chances are like. Number 1, Happy Trails. Good on you for going for your 5th Cox Plate. Good luck to you. Finished second 2 or 3 years ago, but, back marker. If it runs in the top 6, it'll be very impressive for the horse. Number 2, Heart Bart. Now, it's been very impressive all prep. Group 1 winner. Was even 2 lengths off of Winx this last start. But I think place chance absolute best for the horse now. It's, getting towards the end of its prep. It's had a fantastic run. And this horse can do anything. But I think that at the end of the day, there's a little bit more quality around. Number 3, Hartnell. Definitely the biggest threat to Winx. But if you look at its look at its ratings. Horse number 3, Hartnell. Definitely the closest thing to Winx, but if you look at its ratings just alone, Winx 127, Hartnell 123. Sheer math says that Winx will win. And I think that you got to go with your gut instinct. Winx is a better horse. Now, both horses, from last week's ratings have been put in the top 10 horses in the world. So that's so impressive for Godolphin. Awesome for Hartnell, but I think it's just going to come up against one better and the mighty mare will go through and win. Number 4, Hauraki. Now that Epson win was very impressive, but the horse is going to get a long way back, so I'm just going to go around it on this time. Number 5, Happy Clapper. Now its autumn preparation was close to Winx, got him within about 4 lengths of her, and I think that was a really impressive run, but was 8 kilos less. He's going to come up with 2 kilos more this time, and I just don't think the horse has got it in him. Number 6, Vadmos. Now this is a little bit of the X factor in the race, the international. Now over a mile, I'd say this horse would be very hard to beat, and it'd be between him and Winx. But over the 2,000 meters, Winx is probably a better horse. But this horse, trained by Andreas Farb, will be trained up to the minute to try and win this race. It's a lot of money on stake, on the line for this type of horse, and I think that it's going to be there for a long way. We'll be leading the mount. I've put him in the speed map right at the front, and I think that that's where he'll sit. It could be interesting. If he gets some cheap sectionals, he may give a bit of a kick and something to chase on the straight. Number 7, Awesome Rock. As I've said, probably will finish top 4 in the Cox Plate. You go back to 3 starts ago at the Moonee Valley, racetrack for the Danto, and he was very impressive, won there. If he brings that form, he'll be running a place. Number 8, Winx. What can I say about this girl? She draws 3, she's the reigning Cox Plate champion, she's rated the best in the race, she's got the second least amount of weight. How many more things do you want? At $2 at the moment is just ridiculous. Put a little, odds booster on there with your sports bet or your Ladbrokes account or wherever you can get it, and just take that money and take it and run. Number 9, Lucia Valentina. Definitely a bit of value in the race here for a place because of that rain coming around. Been kept fresh for this run, and I think that's the way to race the horse. Definitely keep her fresh, and her fresh, run last was, very impressive. Bolted home for 3rd in front of Awesome Rock. So as I said, I rate Awesome Rock, so definitely could be in there for a place chance. $3.80 is a lot more impressive than the even money you're getting with Winx. And I think if you're looking away from that, looking for a bit of value, especially with the rain, Lucia Valentina for a place. And last but not least, number 10, Yankee Rose. Now, I think that it's probably a step too far to go up to this level, but with 47.5 kilos could be a chance. Now, Dean Yendall was joking about it today. He's cut out his Mackies, he's cut out his, KFC to get down to the weight. But I think that it's probably just a bridge too far. She's a quality horse, and definitely looking to next year's Cox Plate could be something special. And going on her last start, she was impressive, but I just think that, a place would be fantastic. Top 5 would be awesome as well. And I think that's probably where you're going to, see her in that Sunline, 5th, 6th type of scenario. I just think that one more season in her will give her the world of good. So that sums up the Cox Plate for this year. Now, my betting strategy is going to be small because I just think it's going to be a lovely match race between Hartnell and Winx. But I've got Winx on the nose, and I've odd boosted her up to about 225 or 250 or something like that. And I think that's just the bet I'm going to have. Depending on the rain, I'll probably back Lucia Valentina for a place, probably 3 stakes on the place or something like that. Just with the wet, just to see how we go. But it's probably going to be more of a watch race for me. I'm sticking away from the trifectas because everyone's going to have Winx, Hartnell, Field, or Winx, Hartnell, Lucia Valentina. Whatever they're going to have, it's going to be a small dividend. So keep your bets just on the wins for Winx, or if you like Hartnell for some apparent reason because you're crazy, put the win for Hartnell. But everything else, I think you just stick and watch.